Okay, ladies and gents, what's up? So I'm bringing you people some more news here. So let's talk about Lord of the Rings. That's right, because obviously I just read that a Lord of the Rings fan-fictional writer is suing Amazon and Tolkien estate for $250 million. That's right. So basically, this is an article here that I've found on Kotaku, where basically he claims that Amazon stole elements of his work for its Rings of Power TV series. That's right. So this is crazy, and all I'm going to say is trying to sue Jeff Bezos. Like, yeah, good luck with that. But basically, it says here that some guy is basically currently suing Tolkien and Amazon to the tune of $250 million. That's not gonna lie, that's some bravery, but what's notable about this lawsuit is the reason why he's suing them. So basically, it says here that copyright infringement over his Lord of the Rings fan fiction. Specifically, he claims that Amazon lifted elements of his fan fiction for its own Tolkien adaptation TV series, The Rings of Power. So basically, it says here that Demetrius Polychron wrote a book, a work of fan fiction set in J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth called The Fellowship of the King, which he copyrighted in 2017, and which later were published and made available for sale, including on Amazon. According to PC Gamer, Polychron sent a letter to the Tolkien estate asking for a manuscript review. This man asked J.R. Tolkien's grandson, Simon, to sign off on his fan fiction. Unsurprisingly, he did not get a response. It's in September of 2022, the month that Polychron published The Fellowship of the King, Amazon also began airing its extremely expensive Lord of the Rings spin-off series, The Rings of Power, hundreds of millions of dollars on developing an adaptation called Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Now, Polychron is arguing that the Amazon TV show lifts elements from his novel. So I guess basically here, what he's trying to imply here is that he believes that Amazon unfairly, and Tolkien estate, I guess, unfairly, I'm talking about, I guess, for the TV and the entertainment part, I guess they unfairly, he believes they stole his work. So now he's trying to get a lot of money from Amazon. And I don't know, man, because with Amazon right now, trying to sue Amazon is like somebody from the middle class trying to sue Jeff Bezos. So honestly, dude, if I'm being honest here, unless he has a really good lawyer here, I don't see how he's going to be able to win this case, because it's like, we're talking about Amazon here, owned by one of the richest people on the planet. So he's definitely got all the top 1% lawyers, and for him to try and sue Jeff Bezos, man, hey, that's I think that could be a recipe for disaster. But I mean, if he does beat the case here, if the judge is going to side with him, then this is going to be one of the craziest victories over Amazon I've ever read about, but yeah. So according to Radar Online, which has seen the documents pertaining to the suit, Polychron alleges that characters and storylines he created for his book compose as much as one half of the 8-episode series, and that in some cases the show copied exact language from his book. However, the claim seems spurious. For instance, the lawsuit purportedly points to the fact that both his book and the show feature a hobbit named Eleanor, with the Eleanor in his book being the daughter of Samwise Gamgee, if that's how you pronounce their name, while the Eleanor featured in The Rings of Power is a Harfoot. Images purporting to be the lawsuit circulating online include a host of other circumstantial connections or similarities to back up Polychron's argument that the writers of Rings of Power lifted ideas from his fanfic for their own story. Polychron's lawsuit for copyright infringement filed on April 14 names Amazon and the Tolkien estate as defendants in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California. Polychron claims that his novel was inspired by Lord of the Rings, but is an original work. Nobody is convinced, not even the reviewers who had things to say about it, while unabashedly derivative. The Fellowship of the King offers Lord of the Rings fans a fun, appropriate, epic return to Middle-earth, wrote Edward Sung for Indie Reader. Ouch, it doesn't sound like the book scores any points for its originality, even if it's a fun enough read. At the time of the writing, it appears that Polychron's book has been delisted from Amazon. Kotaku reached out to Amazon to ask when it was removed, but did not receive a response by the time of the publication. While no one believes that Polychron will win against the Tolkien estate, there are concerns that the lawsuit might negatively impact the legality of fan works in general. Hopefully, fanfic writers will be as fine as long as they're not trying to extort Tolkien's grandson. So I guess you could say that in this lawsuit here, my understanding is that, that his fan fiction work, I guess, was copyrighted, because fanfic obviously stands for fan fiction, I guess, to my understanding. But yeah, all I gotta say is, like, if you're gonna try and sue these major companies, just make sure you have a really good lawyer, because, dude, I don't know what to tell you, but like I said, man, I think this is a lose-lose case, because it's like you're going against Amazon. That's right, and the only thing they could do, I guess, is basically launch a countersuit, because that's realistically what happens. Because let's be honest here, you can't sue a major company like Amazon. So I don't know what this guy is trying to do here, but obviously he's trying to get his money here. But dude, I don't think he's going to win this case at all. I don't. It's like, dude, you're going against Amazon, and they got, I'm pretty sure, all the top 1% lawyers, so they can definitely afford ones. And so honestly, dude, the only thing I have to say about this is that I think this is going to be a case that the person here is guaranteed to lose. So I'm talking about the guy who decided to launch this lawsuit here. I think, like I said, man, I don't think he's going to win the case, and I think he's going to lose here. So yeah, this is my honest opinion on the whole lawsuit.